Hello and welcome to Capacity TV. I'm delighted to be joined today by Ros Irving, Managing Director of Capacity Media and ITW. Hello Ros.
Hi.
One of the big questions at ITW this year is how ITW is being perceived by those that have attended.
Initially, very positive. We've had great feedback from customers so far, and certainly from what I've observed walking around the venue, is plenty of networking, as you'd expect, meetings happening, very, very busy meetings in the meeting rooms, bilateral table areas and the exhibits. And certainly the hotel's renovation, which has just been completed, has helped a lot because there seems to be even more space for networking and impromptu and planned meetings. So I think, judging by the activity I've seen in the bars and restaurants and public areas, very positive, very upbeat. Lots of business being done.
New to this year, you've had the ITW ambassadors. How do you think that's worked for you?
Well, again, we've had good feedback. I mean, I've been observing very closely the role that they've been playing, and we took the idea from what we observed at the Olympics in London. Certainly, I think it's very much a people business, and we are very focused on providing as much useful information to help facilitate people moving around the venue. Really people here for their meetings. The main objective of this event is to allow the meetings to happen swiftly and efficiently. And so the ambassadors have played a huge role, very important role, in allowing those to happen and people find their way around the venue as efficiently and quickly as possible, of course.
ITW's been running for a number of years now. Over that time, how do you think it's evolved and kept up with the industry?
Well, the event represents the whole of the carrier wholesale marketplace. So naturally, as the industry has developed, so has the event. We've certainly seen development in the number of players and types of players that are now attending from 6 years ago, from the initial first edition of ITW. I guess one of the areas we've seen growth in the OTT players, and in particular the companies represented from the emerging markets. Different geographies are now being in attendance at the event. In terms of the event itself, as I mentioned before, we've worked very hard to create as easy facilitation as possible for people to move around the venue. So this year, some of the things that we've launched have been our instant messaging on the app, QR codes to help people find their way around. And also, we've talked about the ambassadors. They've been a crucial part of helping people have a more efficient meeting. A couple of particular highlights, certainly from this year, have been the opening address that we had to begin ITW on Sunday, where we were joined by Vice President Al Gore, which was a great opportunity to take a moment before the meetings started in earnest and look at, I guess, some inspiring and thought-provoking ideas from Vice President Gore. And we've had, on a more fun note, our ITW first ever ITW Fun Run in aid of Telecoms Sans Frontières, which is the charity that we support at ITW.
So Ros, at this year's ITW, has there been a particular theme or topics of discussion that's really dominated this year's event?
I think some of the things that we've observed have been around particular issues of market confidence. We had a recent survey, the C100 survey that Capacity produced, and one of the big issues resonating from there were the high percentage of participants who felt very confident in the next 12 months within wholesale. I think 76.8% of the respondents were confident or very confident, which is a great optimistic message. I think we also see a very strong sense of community at ITW, certainly with 150 geographies represented and so many different companies here. It's one of the unique elements where we've got a lot of players who are clearly active competitors and also partners. A lot of the partnership deals that are being done we see in the Capacity Daily. Lots of reports of new partnerships being made while we're here, which is all very good news. And then I guess the other big area, which again has been talked about quite a lot at our C100 panel, was innovation being a really key driver, and particularly carriers' role as enablers of the innovation and changes and growth in the marketplace.
Perhaps you can share some of the key statistics of this year's ITW.
So the key stats, the big highlights, the big numbers. 2012 we had 5,386 delegates. This year it looks like we're going to be about the same. We're still making that final count. We have had 403 meeting rooms, 355 bilateral tables and 128 exhibit booths. So all in all, certainly a big range of places for people to have meetings, impromptu meetings, planned meetings and so on. Connected with that is the online meeting planner. We have had a record number of meetings booked through the online meeting planner this year, 6,073 this time.
And the big question that everyone wants answering is, where will ITW be this time next year?
It's going to be in Chicago. We can absolutely confirm we are coming back to Chicago. We'll be at the Hyatt Regency, same time next year. Beyond that, it's really too early to say, but we will be having conversations over the coming months with our founding group and our key customers to make sure that we make the right choices for the event beyond 2014.
Thank you very much for joining us today on Capacity TV.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.